Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm Xander Connect, and I'm here to talk about same-day expiration options. A lot of us on my Discord channel have been really curious about that, so I'm here to answer all of your questions. Big shout out goes to Inverted and Coelacanth and many others who recently followed and asked some really good questions. Uh, I've been away for a while, I know. I've been practicing for a concert. Um, so after I practice for a couple more seconds, we'll dive right in. All right, it's a little sloppy, but hey, that's why I practice, right? Um, so in a nutshell, what is the strategy? You sell a 5 point credit spread out of the money within 90 minutes of open. You can fudge that a little bit. Probably earlier is better. Less than 10 delta if you're doing index options, NDX, SPX. Sometimes I like to do SPY as well. Then I bump that up to 20 just to collect more credit, and it, things balance out better. Either way, the math works out so that in order to protect yourself, here's what I do. Okay, you could just close it out, buy them back at a loss, and move on. But what I was doing, my strategy is to sell two futures contracts per short put if the index declines to the short strike. For example, on the screen here, I had a short 10,875 NASDAQ put at on July 13th. The index declined to it, so my futures order triggered right there. It's sold. Now, you need to stop because what if it rallies upward like it did, right? So I got stopped out here right at the top, as obviously, right? I used a 30 point stop. You might want to set it narrower or wider, maybe. And you repeat steps 2 and 3 as often as necessary. You just get back in with those futures if you need to until the option expires worthless. Or if it really tanks, the futures will generate money faster than the short strike loses money, and eventually you'll break even, especially with that theta decay working in your favor. So as soon as you see net green on your screen, you shut everything down, close it out, and you're good. Um, I realize that looks super easy to screw up, lots of moving pieces, and you guessed it. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, Murphy's Law. So uh, here's how wrong it went. I lost 375 bucks on this trade, as well as 60 on the Nasdaq futures. Um, why was that? Here's what I'm here to talk about. I don't think there's anything you can really do to predict what a good day to use this strategy is. Yeah, sure, you can look at economic data and announcements from the Fed that are scheduled and stuff like that, but really, this could happen to anyone. So if you're doing this on a regular basis, yeah, 9 times out of 10, maybe more than that, you'll be okay. But there is always going to be that one day when you really get in trouble. Heretofore, this never happened. You never see things just sell off from a record high and instantly tank a lot in one day. But um, here it did. So you got to be ready for it. The lessons I learned for you, though, how to improve the strategy. Here's one thing you can do. You can close early if the volatility seems to be correlating with the price. Here's what I mean. You can see that as the NASDAQ was rallying, volatility was also rallying. Normally it's the opposite, so that should be a major red flag. And maybe you would close it out early, like here or somewhere, before it's too late if you see that going on. Also, you can look at the volume. Yeah, I guess the volume could have been lighter, but you can kind of see how, if you zoom in here, this was kind of a rally on increasingly light volume. So probably something to also be aware of. Okay, here's the big thing. If you're doing this, you got to be super on it, okay? This is a trade that, in my experience, you can only do manually, physically sitting in front of a computer. Now, I'm happy to work with you if you have an idea of how to automate it. I'm too busy practicing my violin to mess with that stuff. But yeah, if you want to help me out or make some money yourself on it, I'd love to hear. Hit me up in the Discord server. But yeah, it's super important to be able to react quickly. You can't just set a market order to buy back your short put or to sell the futures or buy back the futures because you're going to get ripped off badly on the bid ask spread. These index options are very illiquid, and that's why I found you've got to be really manual about this. SPY options might be better. The bid ask spread's a lot better on those, but still, you've got to be able to jump right back in with that futures hedge if that's the hedge you're using. You can see just how quickly this tanked here. That's not the right button. That's the right button. You see how, like, just this candle right here, instantly, as soon as I got stopped out of that hedge, it instantly drops again. Yeah, I'd set some kind of order, but the markets move really fast, okay? And especially with levered products like futures, it's twice the value of the NASDAQ index. Yeah, so I mean, look at this. It's dropping 25 points in like minutes, seconds even. When you're short two futures, and that's $2 per future, what is that? It's like $100, right? Yeah, 25 times two times two. So this can get out of control really fast unless you're super on it, super on it. Um, it's something I would practice if you want to do this manually. You've got to be. It's literally like practicing scales, you know. Just, uh, got to be fast or automate. That's probably better. Yeah, I mean the high frequency trading bots really ripped me off on this trade. I'm not gonna lie. I would get filled at a pretty bad slippage or not get filled at all. So you need some way of immediately resubmitting an order that does not give you slippage. Try to use a limit order even. Uh, yeah, you could also sell tighter spreads closer to the money. Maybe use SPY instead of SPX unless you have a really big account, like 100K big. And do not close until the end of the trading day. Take losses if necessary. Yeah, I kind of think that it's better to just allow the max loss if necessary and just leave it because there are many times when it goes in the money and then suddenly recovers. That's the normal thing actually that happens. So the less you mess around with it, the simpler this is, the better. Use institutional order flow. There are all kinds of services you can follow, but yeah, they'll show you what options the big money's doing. So obviously that can be helpful sometimes. Uh, Also, I think I need to make a video about this later, but I've kind of adapted this strategy to individual stocks instead of just indices. Um, Downside is that there are not as many chances per week to do that. Only one instead of three, right? Friday, Monday instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But the risk to reward is better usually for some reason, and also the institutional order flow data is usually more helpful for those individual stocks. They just seem easier to day trade somehow. That's kind of too much to cover here, but yeah, I've been getting into that big time. So yeah, in a nutshell, obviously this is a dangerous strategy. Be aware of the risks, but you're going to do it anyway. I know you are, because nothing is sexier than fast, easy money you make it on the same day. Of course, you're going to do it. So knowing that, just know what you're getting into. Be safe. Keep your uh, your max loss as a small percentage of your account. And in my personal experience, I found that it's very exhausting. You just want to take a nap after this is over. Um, it's also very hard to do anything else during the day while this is going on. As you can see, like when stuff like this is happening, like hundreds of dollars within minutes, seconds, you really can't do anything else. I'd be practicing and trying to do my thing, but really money is all you can think about. So, um, I would say this is an advanced strategy. You really have to know the markets well. You need a good instinct as to where things tend to head in order to be successful at this. You can't just randomly sell a 10 delta put every day and expect to make money. Um, but I do think challenge is good for anyone trading. Okay, I think I've rambled enough about myself. Time to close this out here. But yeah, do follow me on the Discord channel if you're curious about any of this stuff. I've done a few of these same day expiration trades. I do more on individual stocks. I do all kinds of stuff, gold, ETFs, etc. So yeah, I do them all live here. And talk to me, hit me up, discuss, work together, whatever you want to do. Link in the description. So uh, till next time, whether I see you on Discord or at my concert or on YouTube, I hope you see lots of green on your screen. Peace out, guys.